Nissan in-game live. Ron Jaworski on Michael Barkann. 10-10 wins, as they say in talk radio. Jaws, I'll tell you what, all things considered, I thought the Eagles comported themselves well. This is not a pushover Cincinnati Bengals team. Their defense looked a lot better than I thought it was going to, and we know about their offense and Joe Burrow throwing dimes and spreading the ball around too. What'd you think?
Well, Joe Burrow, the opening drive, 10 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock, they drive right down the field. It wasn't very good feeling I had after that drive, but the defense put their act together again, got tightened up, a couple blitzes worked, tight man-to-man coverage worked, and the defense picked it up. Offensively, I think Eagles doing the right thing. They're trying to run the football effectively. They've been so far so good, but not getting explosive plays. It's kind of what I thought this game would be. Right now, 10-10 at the half. The Eagles have 10 first downs. The Bengals have 10 first downs. It's about as even as you can get.
I think it's safe to say that the Eagles now officially have a new running back in their arsenal, and that is Jalen Hurts. I mean, the guy's just running the ball as if he's a running back. You got Saquon with 9 carries, Hurts with 7, and it's no surprise anymore when he gets the ball in what he thinks is his advantage on a particular play. This is just what we're going to see, right?
Yeah, the quarterback draws were well called, well timed. He ran the ball very effectively. He scrambled a couple times. The tush push is always going to be part of the pro forma of Jalen Hurts. That's just what we do when we get in those situations. Very effective. Nick's taking some risk, but for the most part, they're working.
What did you think of the Eagles defense, as we just touched on, battening down the hatches on third down? The Bengals were 7 for their first 7. They were just marching up and down the field on them. The last 2, no go. The Eagles stopped them. What adjustments did you see the Birds make to kind of, keep them down?
This is kind of what I expected from this team as the season wore on. Vic Fangio's been coaching this league for a long time, close to 40 years as a coach in professional football. And he knows how to adapt and how to adjust. And I think what we're starting to see now are the young players knowing what it's like to play in the National Football League. Hey, you get beat in a play, you get you back up, and you dust your pants off, and you go back there and make a play. You're seeing the young guys play together with great enthusiasm, great passion. You're going to get beat. The other guys are getting a big paycheck as well. So you're going to get beat. It's how you respond after you get beat. And I thought after that first drive, I got to admit, I was concerned. It was a hell of a drive the Bengals put together, but everything calmed down. Vic got him calmed down. Nick seems calm on the sideline. So all is good right now at halftime. We get the ball, start the second half. That double-double, get the drive last, score the first half, get the ball second half, take the lead.
I like it. At one point, it seemed as if the Eagles were never going to get the ball through the first quarter, plus they had just one possession, and then they settled down offensively, and they developed their drives. And the last drive that ended up in that touchdown, and I love the fake, too, that we're going to go for 2 here just to see if they could draw them off sides. But what did you think of using the push? They tried Saquon. They got it down real low, and then they tried the push, which eventually worked.
But, I like going for the 2-point conversion attempt, and that's all it was. But you never know. Late in the game, when you're getting a situation, you have now seen what they're going to give you later in the game. If you might be there at 4th and 2. Late in the game. We need a touchdown to win, not a field goal. So, okay, you line up in a certain formation. You know what they're going to show you. Now you attack that formation that they showed you. So I thought that was a very astute call by Nick Sirianni. I never thought in the world he was going to go for 2 points, but I thought he was doing the right thing, kind of probing the defense, kind of getting a read on what they want to do.
Devontae Smith has 2 catches. He's targeted 3 times. We thought maybe they would get him more involved offensively. I don't know if you would consider 3 targets, 2 catches involved. He's 11 is his long, 4.5 yards per catch. What's going to take to get him going?
Well, AJ Brown's still going to be the go-to guy. I mean, a 3rd and 16 play, a huge play in that drive. He sits down beautifully in the zone, knows he needs a couple extra yards, lunges forward, gets the first down. I think when there's critical situations, there's a certain rapport that AJ and Jalen Hurts have. And in those crunch situations, they just know where each other's going to be. Not to say that Smitty can't make those plays, because I actually thought on that one go up the right sideline to A.J. Brown, I thought Smitty was open running up the seam. But, hey, I don't have the ball in my hand, and I'm going to watch it on TV. I'm not Jalen Hurts, but it looked to me like Smitty had a shot inside. But if Jalen makes his read and he trusts his people, he'll go to the right guy that he believes will make the play for him.
So second half coming up. We know the Birds are getting the ball to start the half. What happens for them? And by the way, I got to bring it up. 7 straight games now, not a score in the first quarter.
You had to mention that, didn't you?
Well, it's just the
we
truth.
only had one possession in the first quarter.
I thought that might be all for the half.
Right.
But as long as it's a win, we don't care how they get them. But it needs to be told 7 straight games without a first quarter score.
And by the way, I think the offensive line has held up really well. We got some new starters in there. Guys are banged up.
Steen went in for a play.
Right. And Steen went in. Obviously, Lane went out for a couple plays, but I think they've held up well. I think there's good balance in the offense right now. Now it's a matter. This is the kind of game we expected. The Cincinnati Bengals team is a very good football team. A lot of people thought they would represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this year. They're that good of a football team. So to be on the road, 10-10, getting the ball at halftime, I like our odds.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? This could be a Super Bowl matchup,
Maybe.
preview. You just
you're
never.
You're always
hey,
thinking.
I'm trying to be up.
You're always thinking.
Hey, one of us picked the Birds to win today.
I did. Oh, I didn't?
I don't know. I can't recall. Reminder, when the clock hits 0 and the Eagles win this one.
That's right.
Switch it back to NBC Sports Philadelphia for Eagles Postgame Live with Ron Jaworski, Barrett Brooks, Reuben Frank, John Clark, and the gang in Cincinnati, hopefully talking about the 5-2 Birds.